Like you just saw, Congress MPs, and not just Congress MPs, opposition MPs too, turned up wearing black to protest against Rahul Gandhi's disqualification. Today, they were joined by MPs from the NCP, the BRS, and the left. MPs of the Trinamool Congress surprised everyone and came wearing black bands over their mouth. All of them were protesting over the Adani issue and the action against Rahul Gandhi. After the dramatic events of last week, Monday's parliament proceedings were always going to be chaotic, and they were. It's exactly what happened. Seconds after the House convened, protests began. Take a look at the pictures. Congress MPs descended into the well of the Lok Sabha and started shouting slogans. They waved black cloths inside the house, tore up papers and threw them at the Lok Sabha speaker. So within seconds, the Lok Sabha was adjourned till evening. Once Speaker Om Birla had left, some Congress MPs threw banners at his empty chair as well. Over in the Rajya Sabha, the situation was pretty much the same. Opposition MPs targeted the Prime Minister, chanting, "Modi, Adani, Bhai, Bhai." Take a listen to all the chaos and protests that happened inside Parliament.
Honourable members,
the Rajya Sabha too was adjourned till evening. When the House reconvened, the finance bill was passed amidst the same chants. There was no debate, no discussion. The opposition MPs also organized a march from Parliament to Vijay Chowk. They carried banners accusing the ED of ignoring the alleged irregularities in the Adani group. Now, these protests and adjournments are costing us, which means you and me, money. In the ongoing session, 6 days of logjam has cost more than 10 crore rupees. And it has now been 2 weeks. The third week has started, so you can do the calculation, at least 20 crore rupees. Needless to say, the BJP is blaming the opposition for holding Parliament hostage. Listen in.
सवाल ये खड़ा होता है कि क्या पिछड़ों को इसी तरह से ही अपशब्द अपमानित करने का काम कांग्रेस पार्टी करती रहेगी? क्या कांग्रेस काले कपड़े, काले कारनामे करने के बाद पहनती रहेगी? क्या काले जादू तक भी ये पार्टी जाएगी अपने बचाव के लिए?
They really deserve to do some serious introspection. You know, lines of propriety, what is acceptable in political discourse, the legal system, been convicted by a court, okay? And then there are automatic procedures. And to bring in this kind of melodramatics, I mean, the people of India will judge them for what they are. The executive, the legislature, the judiciary, and if the court's action, you fight that in the court. And then you're invoking Mahabharat and whatever Savarkar, क्या हो रहा है?
ऐसे में एक तरफ खुद एडजर्न कराते हैं, व्यवहार देखिए, आज कागज फाड़ के पहली बार लोकसभा में इतने वर्षों में कागज फाड़ के उन्होंने आसन पर फेंके हैं। कांग्रेस की मंशा ओबीसी समाज का अपमान करने की है, ये बहुत स्पष्ट रूप से देखने को मिलता है। 4 साल तक केस चला, इतनी सारी हियरिंग्स हुई, फाइनल हियरिंग तक में उनके 6 बड़े बड़े नेता हैं, इसमें से एक भी सदस्य कोई भी हियरिंग में ना आखिरी हियरिंग में गया। ये भी एक सवाल उठाता है कि क्या ये कांग्रेस की अंदरूनी कोई लड़ाई है? क्या कांग्रेस के नेता स्वयं राहुल गांधी जी को तकलीफ में डालना चाहते थे?
Okay, this is some breaking news that is coming in, and many would say this is expected. The Congress has been expecting this. Rahul Gandhi has been asked to vacate his government bungalow after his disqualification as an MP. Sources are saying he has time until April 22nd to vacate the building. Let me go straight across to our reporters who are joining us on the broadcast. Pragya Kaushik, I believe, is on the line with us. Pragya, as you know, many would say, ye to hona hi tha. If he's been disqualified as an MP, the next move of the government would be to ask him to vacate his bungalow.
Absolutely, Shreya. Congress was expecting this, and also on the lies, many of the senior leaders have even said, after the disqualification, the next thing that government is going to do is to get Rahul Gandhi evicted from the bungalow. But this is a rule, this is a procedure, what we have been told. Lok Sabha Housing Committee has issued a notice to vacate the bungalow. Also, Rahul Gandhi has been given a time of 1 month to vacate it. So this has been on the cards now after disqualification. Obviously, the rules and procedures say if you are not an MP, you have to vacate a bungalow. And remember, from 2017 onwards, the government has been very strict about MPs overstaying in the litigants' bungalow. Even there is a Supreme Court case where Supreme Court has said that there are many MPs and there are many ministers who doesn't have bungalow. They need to have these bungalow, and these bungalow given to other people should be vacated. So it is on the same thought process that government has asked the disqualified MP. Obviously, Congress will say that this is a vendetta politics, but government will still maintain this is a process and this is a procedure, rules according to which the notice has been served to Rahul Gandhi.
Pragya, thank you very much for joining us on the broadcast. Was again this decision taken in a haste? Because that is a question that is repeatedly being raised by the Congress party. Where was the rush to disqualify Rahul Gandhi when he has the option to appeal his sentencing in a higher court? The court itself, according to the Congress, the Surat court that is, has given Rahul Gandhi 1 month's time to make a higher appeal in a higher court. Then why was the government in a rush to disqualify him? Let me go straight across to our guests who are joining us this evening. And this, over the next 15 minutes, we are not talking about Rahul Gandhi and his bungalow and whether he'll vacate it or not. We are talking about all that has played out in the last 72 hours. Karan Verma is an author. He's joining us on the broadcast. We'll be speaking on behalf of the BJP. Radhika Khera, spokesperson of the Congress party, and Dr. Riju Dutta, national spokesperson of the TMC, here because the TMC surprised everyone and decided to take part in the joint opposition protest today. Radhika Khera, चलिए पहले बंगलो वाला सवाल ही कर लेती हूँ आपसे. This was expected. If Rahul Gandhi is no longer an MP, then he has no right to occupy the government bungalow. Do you think the government acted in haste, sending him that notice to vacate his bungalow? April 22nd is when he needs to do it.
Shreya, we've been seeing a lot of drama that's been happening for many days now. It all started when the Bharatiya Janata Party came up with that Rahul Gandhi ji has gone abroad and said that Bharat mein democracy khatre mein hai. They are proving him right. They are absolutely proving him right. And एक बहुत बड़ी कहावत है that they say कि जल्दी का काम शैतान का होता है. And that is what we are seeing the Bharatiya Janata Party do also. Okay, he has been, the court has given the sentence. The court has also given him 30 days to appeal against it. He has 30 days. And what was the hurry? I don't understand. He's a member of parliament and we know what the hurry is. The hurry is that the government does not want to discuss anything about Mr. Adani. They want to run away from the issue. We understand that also. But they are just making a mockery of every person who goes out and votes, every person who goes out and uses their power of selecting a Lok Sabha MP or selecting a government. All this is being done just to waste time because the government of India does not have answers on Mr. Adani. They want to shut the only voice which has the guts to question them. आंख में आंख डाल के जो मोदी जी से सवाल पूछते हैं, आंख में आंख डाल के जो गृह मंत्री से सवाल पूछते हैं, उनसे डर और खौफ तो दिखाई दे ही रहा है.
But Radhika, is it fair to say that he's the only one who's standing up to the government and asking them questions? I mean, the TMC has been doing it as well. Dr. Riju Dutta, do you agree with the Congress spokesperson here कि एक ही आदमी है जो पूरे सिस्टम से लड़ रहा है, इसलिए उसकी आवाज जो है चुप कराई जा रही है?
Shreya, I'll be very blunt about it. The BJP has basically crossed a line. From democracy to parliament to federalism or the federal structure of the country and the constitution, all are in peril right now, and it needs to be saved. And on that line, the opposition stands united. From Rahul Gandhi to every opposition leader has been questioning Mr. Adani. In your introduction, you said that already 10 crores of public money is wasted. Now, let me ask you a very simple question. The onus of running 20 crores. So the onus of running the parliament is on the ruling party, which is the BJP. Now, from asking a mere apology from Mr. Rahul Gandhi, they did not allow the parliament to function. So why is BJP running? And even if Mr. Rahul Gandhi has been disqualified, which I think was done in haste and is a completely wrong decision, that is why Trinamool Congress believes that it is the need of the hour that all opposition parties should come together against this fascist regime, which is in a desperate need to choke the voice of the opposition all over the country, whether inside the parliament by disqualifying the MPs or
But why
outside
is
the
it in a
parliament
desperate
by
need?
putting central agencies.
But why is it, Dr. Riju? But why is it in desperate need? Many people will look at the numbers in parliament and say that this government has a brute majority. They don't need to be desperate. The opposition is, you know, not in a position to defeat them in 2024. They are comfortable, they are complacent. Why are they desperate?
I'm sorry, they are not comfortable. They are not complacent. They have been caught with their hand in the cookie jar. All their crony capitalism is exposed. They are running away from the hard questions. When was the last time the Honorable Prime Minister or any of their senior leaders had a press conference or gave a bite to any journalist regarding the burning issues of the common man, like unemployment or inflation? They will never do that. So the country has witnessed what it needed to witness, and I'm sure in 2024 it will not be a free run for BJP like the way they think or like the way they are portraying. It will be a very tough battle and a very uphill task for BJP to come back to the power.
Karan Verma, you know, politics is often about optics, and look at the optics that have gone out in the last 72 hours or so. That this is a government that wants to completely mute / gag the voice of the opposition, especially when it comes to them asking tough questions. Today, many netas, and all of them were wearing black, have come out, and this is, as I said, we saw a rare show of opposition unity because the TMC had been missing from opposition protests. Now they are with them. Point is, you know, one thing that has been said over and over again, Karan Verma, is that ye democracy ki maa ki hatya hai. This is the murder of democracy. And the optics that are going out are that the BJP is trying to silence its political critics, either by putting them behind bars or by sending the ED and the CBI and agencies behind them or by suspending their membership.
Lots of questions, Shreya. I hope I'm given uninterrupted time. You know, the Congress spokesperson started off by saying that Adani, she raised the issue of Adani. Just today, Shreya, the Adani Enterprises is given a license to mine coal from the forests of Chhattisgarh, which has a Congress government, by the way, and ship off that coal for an electricity project that they have in Rajasthan, which is again a Congress government. So they have backed projects worth 85,000 crores. Congress should immediately pull the plug off these projects if they think Adani Enterprises is corrupt. So that is where today why the opposition is reduced to having an existential crisis is because they lack credibility. Walk the talk and cancel Adani's projects, number one. Secondly, you talked about democracy being throttled. You know, when was democracy throttled? When a cartoonist, when a professor forwards a cartoon in the Mamata government and he's put in prison for 11 years and after that he's acquitted and he asks a question, can my 11 years come back to me? That is what you call death of democracy. That is the time when Rahul Gandhi or none of these opposition parties raised a voice against this Mamata government for just a cartoon they had put behind Professor Mahapatra, and today he's acquitted. That is when you call death of democracy. The fact of the matter is, it was Mr. Kharge who said that either, he's on record saying this, either we need a JPC probe or a Supreme Court panel to look into the matter of Adani. Today, when the Supreme Court panel is looking into it, he's done a complete 360 flip. And now he's saying we want a JPC. Truth of the matter is they want to come across as martyrs and saviors of democracy. This party, the Congress party, which very recently pressed sedition charges on an individual who just complained of frequent electricity disruptions in Chhattisgarh, is talking about democracy. This party, which has a history of using Article 356 93 times to topple elected governments, is talking about democracy.
I am going to interrupt you. I am going to interrupt you, and I do apologize to all three of you because India's golden girl